What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Mile High Misfits. So something that I love collecting is tools. When I was a little bit younger and I had a little less money, I just never had the right tool for the job and I was always suffering because of it. So in this video, I wanted to share with you guys some of the tools that have made my life so much easier when working on my C5 Corvette. As you guys can see, I have a ton of tools, so this is not going to go over all the basic stuff like sockets and ratchets and that kind of stuff. This is going to be some of the things that are a little bit smaller and maybe a little bit more kind of specialty tools that have just made working on the C5 Corvette so much easier. But before we get into the video, guys, I wanted to let you guys know that we do have some merch here at Mile High Misfits now. So you can get the Boosting My Ego 1 PSI at a Time Mustang shirt or the Millennial Paycheck Boomer Taste Corvette shirt, all on our Instagram page for $25. So shoot us a message and we'll get one out to you. So the first thing on this list is obviously get the right equipment to jack up the car. So I've got under here a low profile Daytona jack, and let me tell you guys, this was worth every penny of the $200 that I spent on it. This is a long reach jack, so it makes it much easier to get all the way under there for the front subframe or for the rear subframe. Another thing that you want to get for these cars is these jack pucks. These are going to save your side skirts. So you have this slot right here in your frame rail, so your puck is just going to slide right in there, you twist it, and it hangs in there like that. And because the car is lower, I actually can't get the low profile jack under there when the pucks are in there. So I put together these 2x4s, and so I usually drive up the car onto these, just so I can get it under the car. And instead of using wood like this, a lot of people use race ramps, which will get the car up much higher. The next thing on this list is a good ratcheting wrench set. I got this set on Amazon from Duratech, and it comes with both standard and your metric sizes. When it comes to the C5 Corvette, there's no shortage of tight spots where they've hidden bolts. And so these ratcheting wrenches make it so much easier to get those bolts out quick. The next thing that I recommend getting for these C5 Corvettes is a good Torx Bit Set. I got this set from a company called Lexavon on Amazon, and I got it for about $17. There's Torx bolts all over this car, as you guys can see. So having one of these kits is an absolute lifesaver. And this kit goes all the way from T8 all the way to T60. Now this next tool is one that you definitely want to have if you plan on doing any serious motor work to your Corvette or any LS engine for that matter. And that is, of course, a valve spring removal tool. Because I'm doing the cam, rockers, and valve springs on this car, I'm definitely going to need that. And sorry, I can't physically show you guys that one because I'm still waiting on the shipping. But nonetheless, it is still going to be an extremely important tool if you plan on working on these engines a lot. And before we go on to the last tool for this video, I want to let you guys know that if you are finding this video helpful, help me out as well. Subscribe to the channel because subscribing is the best way to support Mile High Misfits. Now moving on to the last tool for this video, if you plan on doing serious work to your car like clutch services, transmission services, or rear end work like this, you're definitely going to need a transmission jack. This thing has made my life so much easier, especially if you're planning on doing a clutch service or anything like that with like the torque tube. This is a big, heavy unit, so you're definitely going to want something that's going to keep your transmission up in the air and stable. Especially when I was removing the differential from the car and the rear end, this would have been a total pain in the ass job if I didn't have the transmission jack. And let me tell you guys, these things are really not that expensive. You can get that exact same transmission jack from Harbor Freight for about $100. So if you're somebody who does their own drivetrain work, I would definitely recommend picking one of these up. But there you have it, guys. Those are the top 5 tools that have made my life so much easier when working on my C5 Corvette. But if you have other tools in mind that I didn't mention in this video, let me know in the comments below because I'd love to hear about it. But that's all for this week, guys. If you enjoyed the content for today, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. I'll catch you guys next week. Later.